What's up guys, let's check out the gaming performance for the Sony Xperia Z. So these are the games I'm going to be testing out: Real Racing 3, Nova 3, Modern Combat 4, GTA Vice City and Temple Run 2. Now these first four are very graphically intense and we should see exactly what the device is capable of. In terms of specs guys, it is running a 1080p display, so we need to see if that's any kind of hindrance on GPU performance. And it's got the S4 Pro quad-core 1.5 GHz underneath the hood with the Adreno 320 GPU, which is a very strong GPU. So let's see how it handles it. We'll start off here with Real Racing, guys. Okay, guys, so let's just click Race and get into this. And here we go, guys. You can see the on-screen buttons. It's got the same problem as the Nexus 4. They don't disappear in games, so you might hit them by accident or something like that. But yeah, nonetheless, we've got a 5-inch display, so the screen is decent anyway. Sharpness, it looks very sharp. Clarity looks very clear. Here we go. Let's see if we can see any problems with performance. I changed the controls to be tap to steer, guys, because otherwise it would be a mission showing you. So yeah. Get out the way, man. By the way, if you haven't played this game, you should give it a shot. It's free in the Google Play Store. Really decent. You can turn off all the assists. I haven't turned them off, otherwise I would not be showing you anything here because I'm terrible. But yeah. Performance looks decent. I haven't seen any major frame drops. The frames look consistent. Just play it a little bit longer. Graphics look good. Everything looks very sharp. Does it necessarily look sharper than a 720p screen? I'm not so sure. But we saw in the benchmarks for the Nexus 4 versus the Sony Xperia Z that the GPU did take a hit, obviously, due to the 1080p screen. So I would guess you would get slightly higher frame rates on a device with a 720p screen rather than 1080p. Nonetheless, the screen does look very nice and sharp here. So you can see, guys, performance is good. I've pretty much got myself to the front of the pack. Haven't noticed any slowdowns whatsoever. There is no graphical settings in this game, so I can't change it. I guess it's just running on whatever it thinks I should run at. But yeah. Other than that, performance is fine. You're not going to notice any problems with this game. Okay, guys, moving on to Nova 3. Okay, guys, we're ready to go here. Again, there's no settings in this, so we just have to hope we've got on maximum settings. Hit campaign, hit continue. Okay guys, it's ready, so let's do this thing. Again, everything looks very sharp. You can see the particles flying around here, so it does look like we're running on the higher graphics setting. Skip this. Holy crap. Yeah, I can confirm the special effects are running. You can see the haze coming out the end of the gun when I shoot. Performance feels very good. Again, I can't tell you specifically because I'm not rooted, so I can't have an FPS meter running. But it feels very smooth here, guys. If I'm honest, guys, it does actually feel a little bit smoother than my Nexus 4. Which is interesting considering my Nexus 4 has a 720p screen and the same internals. So you'd think it should perform better, but maybe Sony have put in some patches that help it. I don't know. Nonetheless, here, guys, you can see the performance is good. Die, you stupid bitch. There we go. I pan around here, you can see there's no frame drops. All seems like it's above 30 FPS. I hate this part of the game. It always loads. It's like, come on, you can do better loading than that. We don't have to have a massive black screen, but never mind. Continue playing it for a little bit longer. Okay, guys, we're back. Let's play this for a tad more. All right, switch weapon, yeah. Oh, I don't think it was this one. There it was. So I can't tell you specifically, guys, but the graphics look like they're running on the full, and the performance is very, very good. I'm dead now, but yeah, good performance again on Nova 3. So it's looking good for the Sony Xperia Z for gaming so far. Next up, guys, we've got Modern Combat 4. Okay, guys, and we can see it looks like it's running the full graphics. The reason you can tell that is because you have these flare effects here, these embers that are flying up. You don't get that if they're not running. So we'll just hit continue here. And we're ready to go, guys.
Today we need to protect our land and our people from
It's quite loud. I'll turn that down a bit. We'll let this play for a little bit, and then we'll just... Actually, no, we'll just get into it, because let's get into the gameplay, right? Again, everything looks very sharp, very clear. Dust effects popping up, so we know we are running the higher effects level on this game as well. What I can tell you is I'm not noticing a massive difference between a 1080p screen and a 720p screen in games. You're not going to notice it. And really, you're not actually noticing much difference in terms of performance either. Now, I'm just basing this on my Nexus 4 performance, and I've got to say, this does feel like it's got a more consistent frame rate. I'm not sure if that's a bug in Android 4.2.2, or maybe Sony have just done some optimizations to the CPU and its performance. I don't know. But it does feel a tad more consistent than my Nexus 4, which is impressive, because it's running a 1080p display. Not that you see a difference, though. Now I'm about to die because I can't shoot the damn guy. There we go. You can see the fire effects on the left there. Okay, I think everyone's dead. See, it's very consistent frame rate. I can't actually tell you the exact frame rate, but it looks around the 27s to 30s, which is about what my Nexus 4 was getting, even though it's less of a screen here, guys. That's how you get up there. I always forget that guy. I forgot him when I played this on my Nexus 4 as well, and he shot me in the face. Okay, I'm about to die, but you get the point. The game runs well. Moving on to Grand Theft Auto Vice City, guys, this game is a lot more CPU intensive, so let's see how it handles it. We also have graphics sliders that we haven't had in any of the games so far, so we can adjust the graphics to maximum or default and see how it performs. Okay, guys, and here we go. If I quickly dive into the settings first and see what it thinks we should play it at, will be interesting to see. To display, so draw distance is on 70, screen resolution is down, if I can read that properly, 36. So there you go. Subtitles are off. Let's turn off the frame limiter because people were moaning about me not doing that last time, even though it really makes no difference. And we'll play it on what it thinks. Well, we'll hit defaults and we'll turn off the frame limiter. And then we'll play it now and see how it performs. And then I'll go back in and change everything to max and see how it does there. Here we go. Slight frame drop there, but you know, it's CPU intensive. It's just loading. Again, another one there. Let's get in a car and drive. Performance is okay. You can see it's definitely a lower frame rate than the other games I've been trying. And again, like I said, this game is a lot more CPU intensive, so it's obviously making a difference. But it's by no means bad. You can see it's easily playable. If I had to guess, I would say it's around the 20 FPS mark. Again, I'm not being very accurate there, so don't judge me on it, but I would say it's in the 20s, not in the 30s. And this is running with the resolution at 30%, so just remember that, guys. Saying that, I do think sometimes it does hit into the 30s, because it can seem quite smooth there. We just watch the obstacles go past us here. You can see if I get out here and run in a circle, we'll see if it has any slowdowns. Just watch the scenery in the background, guys. Seems pretty smooth, but it seems about in the 20s, 23, 24 maybe. If I quickly go down into the settings, guys, and up the resolution and draw distance, we'll max it out. So now we have maximum resolution and draw distance. We'll see if the performance suffers at all.
Get away from me.
And here we go. By the way, for resolution, guys, you don't actually have to reload the game. Some people will say you have to reload the game. It's not true, and I can prove that to you in a second. This is running at full resolution now, and I think the frames have dropped a tad, but not by a mile, I wouldn't say. You could easily play it on this. It's probably in the 19s, 18s instead of the 20s. I can't tell you if there's a massive improvements in the actual resolution. It doesn't look like it. If I spin around in the circle again, guys, you can see the scenery when I go past it does look like it's now in the 15s rather than the teens, but rather than the 20s, sorry. But yeah, and by the way, let me just quickly show you that it does actually affect the performance straight away. So if I go to resolution now and down it to 0, put that back on high, you will see the resolution is now horrible. There you go. You can see it's kind of disgusting. You know, everything's pixelated. It doesn't look good at all, but I just wanted to prove to the point that the resolution does actually change without restarting the game. So performance in Grand Theft Auto, guys, is decent. It's Grand Theft Auto is always kind of a hard one to tell because it's so CPU intensive. Pretty much all devices kind of struggle with it. You know, the good thing about it is it has these little sliders, so you can kind of put the draw distance down to, I don't know, 60 and the screen resolution down to 70%, and you're going to have a much better gaming experience in terms of smoothness, and it's still going to look very, very good. So I can't really give it a negative here, guys, because GTA is a hard one to run, but it does pretty damn well. So yeah, lastly, guys, we got Temple Run 2. Now, this isn't the big test. We've already seen the big test, but I thought I might as well throw this in there just to test, you know, a different sort of game, and we'll see if there's any micro lags or anything like that. No, I don't want that. Thank you. Here we go. Slight stutter there, but like I said before on a different Temple Run video, they all seem to stutter there. So I think that's just a loading point. Other than that, I haven't noticed any stutters so far. It's pretty damn smooth, actually. I wouldn't say it's absolutely perfect. There's been a few micro stutters, but you know, that's just nitpicking. It really is. The gaming performance on this device is very good. And if I had to pick a winner over this or the Nexus 4 for gaming, if I was using my Nexus 4 on default stock ROM and stock kernel, I would pick this for gaming because the Nexus 4 does seem to stutter at random points. I'm not sure if it's thermal throttling or if it's a bug in Android 4.2.2, but it doesn't do quite as well as, say, this device. So yeah, that's Temple Run 2, guys. In conclusions for gaming performance, the device performs very well. Games like Grand Theft Auto, the CPU does struggle a little bit, but in terms of GPU in the Adreno 320, it handles Modern Combat 4, Nova 3, and Real Racing all on their maximum settings. So it's definitely a thumbs up for gaming performance here.